Guys, this hearing opens with both parents present, as the judge immediately focuses on the father's motions. Right away, we see this isn't just a minor adjustment. The father is asking for changes to custody, child support, and parenting time, which tells you something has already shifted outside the courtroom. He explains that, in practice, the child has been living with him full-time, even though that arrangement isn't formally documented. That's a key detail, because courts rely on official orders, not informal setups.
Looks like you have motions regarding custody, support, and parenting time. So what are you looking to change?
I'm looking to just change the support order, mainly because we already have, basically, it's not on paper, but we have full custody of him as it is right now. So I like to just have keep what we have currently. That's what that order's, why we filed for that to happen. And what else? Yeah, basically just help with the financial part of Carter.
All right, so you're asking that a support review be completed?
Yes, and also, since we already have him basically full-time, did that be changed to full custody?
Okay. Are you requesting joint legal or sole legal?
We can keep it joint legal as far as that's concerned.
Okay. And then as far as physical custody, what are you indicating is parenting time for mom?
Well, that can kind of be up to her, somewhat, as far as it is. She sees him a couple times a month right now. If she wanted to stay with that, she can go with that. Or if she wanted to see him more, she could see him more. It's kind of
All right, because when we calculate support, we base it on how many overnights parents have. So we've got to kind of have a good figure for what that looks like.
Okay.
Ma'am, what are your thoughts on this?
I guess when he's asking for sole custody or whatever he said, what is that going to change? Why would that matter?
Well, it sounds like his request is that you guys have joint legal, that he's got the primary physical, and that there's some type of parenting time schedule for you.
Oh, well, he's always had, so we don't really even need to change any of that. Basically, all he wants is money. I mean, his stepmom supplies his health insurance, one of them. I have a commercial plan that I pay for him. I pay for whatever he asks me for. The only thing I'm not supplying them is, I guess, a portion of the food for the family of 5.
No, it's not just food. It's a number of things.
What is your parenting time? All right, we're not going to argue back and forth. We're going to go orderly. If we have an agreement, great. If we don't have an agreement, what we do is we have an evidentiary hearing for the court to make a decision. So, ma'am, what is your current parenting time?
Whenever I am able to come home, I travel for work. So my last contract, I had weekends off. This one, I'm working weekends, but I organize it with Carter whenever I'm able to come north. So I've been able to not come a couple times due to weather. I'm off the next 6 days, so I'm going to come up there and see him. I'm in Saginaw for this contract, working in Midland, but my job could potentially change every 3 months. But I'm staying in the state of Michigan until Carter graduates high school.
So we really can't make a parenting time schedule? Is that what you're saying?
It's very difficult to make a set schedule if we're going to have to stick with it, just due to the fact that my schedule changes so often.
So you're not really following the last order. It looks like the last order said plaintiff shall have parenting time every other week, commencing April of 2021 on Wednesday from after school until Friday.
Yeah, we haven't followed that.
All right. So you guys have 2 options. You guys get, a few options, but you can come to an agreement as to what the parenting time schedule is. Parenting time schedule can be specific, or it can be as the parties agree. And if you guys can't reach an agreement, you can either participate in mediation and see if you can come to some type of agreement, or you can have a hearing in front of me, everybody present their arguments, and then the court makes a recommended order. So do you think you guys can reach an agreement right now? Would you like to participate in mediation, or would you like to come back and make your arguments in court?
For me, it boils down to, she left for this travel job was supposed to be something that happened about 2 years ago. She was taken off to do a 90-day deal or a 13-week deal. And she basically said, I'm leaving. Here's Carter. She didn't give any options. She didn't give any kind of, she just left, and which is fine. I'll take Carter 100% of the time, but it was only supposed to be 13 weeks. So I didn't ask for any kind of support during that time. Well, that 13 weeks has turned into now 2 years of me asking her, hey,
what do we want to do moving forward?
The father emphasizes the financial side, pointing out that raising the child involves much more than just basic needs. Activities, travel, and everyday costs add up. The judge brings the focus back to overnights, reinforcing that support calculations depend on those figures. Then the mother asks a very direct question about how the calculation would work if they agreed on a set number of overnights.
What do I want to do moving forward?
Do you think you guys want to go to mediation, or can you work something out right now?
Well, we need to get some kind of financial assistance for Carter, because it's not just food. We do all the traveling for the sports, for the skiing. We pay for, there's just a multitude of things.
Yeah. Either party has the right to seek support, and we would calculate support. But to do that, we have to know how many overnights we're basing that off of.
Well, I have it all written down here. Over the past couple of years, we've had them. I'd have to go.
So, Judge, can you tell me how you, so basically say I have 6 overnights a month. And if we agree to move forward with 6 overnights a month, how would you calculate that?
Well, we would do a new support calculation based on you having 6 overnights per month. We could do an agreement that says the parties will share parenting time as the parties agree. So there's not specifics as to when those are. Okay. And if you guys agree, we would run a calculation based on you having 6 overnights per month. Is that something you're agreeable to?
Yeah, we could do something like that, but it has to be, because we always have a lot of stuff going on with Carter. So as far as it is now, she just kind of rolls into town and says, I'm taking Carter. If we already have plans going, then it kind of is, and he doesn't want to go, then it's in a big argument between him and her. And so, that's where the full custody thing comes into play, where I can kind of dictate that a little more without having her saying, well, no, I'm taking him no matter what you guys have going on. So there's just a couple little issues that I have with, with that.
All right. So again, we can do an agreement that says it's as the parties agree, or we can do one that's very specific as to what the terms are. Sounds like it's hard maybe to get specific given the schedule, but a parent has a right to a specific schedule that they request.
Well, and that's what I don't like stuff up in the air. Like I said, we work, we have football, we have lots of stuff, skiing. If me and her could come up with a specific request or and it couldn't be just weekends, because we do a lot of stuff with him on the weekends as well. And if she works during the week, I just don't know how, would she take, does she have weekends off? I don't know. Or weekdays.
So we could refer you guys to mediation and you see if you could reach an agreement talking with a mediator. I could adjourn this out 30 days, give you guys a chance to have some of those discussions just between the two of you. Or we can set a formal hearing and let everybody argue, and then I would make a decision. Any thoughts?
Yeah, I've tried to get some support, and it's just not happening. So I don't know. Should we try mediation first? Is that?
If you both want to try mediation, we would refer you to mediation. If you guys come up with an idea of what the schedule will look like, we would certainly do then we would prepare a support recommendation based on whatever the overnights look like.
So basically, what he wants is you to tell him how many overnights. We can't have a specific schedule, as we know, because of my schedule, your schedule. Carter has never been told by me that he couldn't go anywhere with you, by the way. And so I'm good with 6 overnights if you want to do that.
Yeah, that's fine, as long as we can keep it open to what nights they are.
Okay. You guys can do that. You can make an agreement that's parenting time is as the parties agree, and then we'll prepare a support calculation based on 6 overnights. Is that what you guys would like to do?
Yes.
All right. Sir, would you please raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Yes.
And sir, is it correct that you are in agreement that your order would be altered to indicate the parties have joint legal custody? You have the primary physical custody. Parenting time would be as the parties agree, and a new support recommendation would be prepared based on mom having 6 overnights per month. Is that correct?
Yes.
And do you believe at this time that this agreement is in the best interest of your child?
Yeah.
Thank you. Ma'am, would you please raise your right hand? Do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you're about to give will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth?
Yes.
And ma'am, are you also asking the court then to enter a new order that would indicate the parties share joint legal custody? Dad has primary physical. Your parenting time is as the parties agree, and a new support recommendation would be prepared based on you averaging 6 overnights per month.
Correct.
And do you believe this agreement is in the best interest of your child at this time?
Yes.
Okay. So we will do that. Front of the court's probably going to need some updated financial information from the parties. So they're going to send you some questionnaires. You've got to complete those and promptly return them within 14 days after you receive them. And then a new support recommendation will be prepared based on those figures and 6 overnights per month. Anything additional, sir?
No, sir.
Ma'am, anything additional?
I don't believe so. Thank you.
All right. Thank you both for appearing. Thank you for working it out together. You're all set.
Thanks.
Instead of pushing the conflict further, both parents begin to align on a middle ground. They agree to keep parenting time flexible, described as the parties agree, while setting a baseline of 6 overnights per month for support calculations. The judge formalizes the agreement, confirming joint legal custody with the father as the primary physical parent. Both parents affirm that this arrangement is in the child's best interest, which is the court's top priority. The hearing closes with instructions for updated financial disclosures, leading to a new support calculation. It's not a dramatic ending, but it's a practical resolution, one that reflects compromise rather than confrontation.